trans flag. They're united. The two teams are enemies, but they're united over twink shit.
All right, just to stop the video. So what we're seeing here is we're seeing a group of girls, soccer teams. Interestingly, they do seem like they're all girls biologically, and they're carrying a sex flag. Okay, let's call it what it is. This is a sex flag. And I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm almost at a loss for words. I guess it's true. When if you really want to indoctrinate someone, it's best to start them when they're young, right?
That is exactly right. You got to start them when they're young, and the higher ups know exactly what they're doing, even if the parents or whoever organized this do not. And they're using different factions to fight against each other. Meanwhile, they are quietly working underground to do a mass transformation of the society, which is coming soon.
Because usually you talk about yourself as if you're healthy. I am.
So this British interviewer, I believe her name is Kate Hopkins, and she just has no chill whatsoever. I can't believe she says, okay.
You know, that's just...
Okay, so you know my GP, you know my doctor, you know what's going on for me.
I'm looking at you and I'm making an assessment that is not healthy to carry that much weight on your knees.
So you've just made a visual decision.
Absolutely, and that's how we...
So this is where you're basing your premise. Yeah, you're basing your premise on the fact that visually you find larger people unacceptable.
How dare you?
I just don't believe you're healthy in that state, no.
Do you not realise where you're going with this?
How did she get this big? How did she get this big?
So now she's just been completely unhinged. The interviewer mentioned to her, how did you get this big? I mean, yeah, it's I understand it might be traumatizing to go through that, but it's true. If someone was to ask me that, you got to be honest at that point and say, you know what? Maybe I don't have a great diet. Maybe I don't do a lot of exercise.
This is actually to do with a hate crime.
You're a victim of hate crime.
Absolutely.
You wanna call a hate crime? All right, go ahead and call. I don't know if you can make it to the phone, so we'll bring it to you.
Brian, have you lost weight? You gotta tell me your secret.
Here's a hint. Put down the fork!
Just incredible. What do you have to say about that, Jack?
Not surprised at all that she's going to be calling it a hate crime. Now you can charge people on how you feel. Someone hurts your feelings, you can call the cops. And apparently England is actually going further down that rabbit hole than Canada right now. But Canada's on its way too. Come on, who determines if it's a hate crime? That's what I want to know. So you're trying to tell me you can tell what someone's thinking, and on that determination you're going to call it a hate crime? Is that the way it works? People have to be careful when they go down that road, because that will be turned back against you or your children at some point in the future. Maybe a pre-crime unit. Because I know in England, if you can be on a subway and stare at a woman too long and call the police on that person. You could be at a restaurant in the other booth and say something offensive to someone else about some woman or something. She can call the cops on you.
So you were in prison, right? Killed a man? Oh, I'm sure it was in self-defense.
No, I just felt like killing.
I'm not making this up. Really, I am.
Do call the police. There's a
Would you like to bring the
telephone.
police in?
There's a telephone right there.
I think we should do it right now.
Go for it. There's a phone.
Great.
It's probably
Can I have my
not
phone and we'll call the police.
Would you like it brought to you? Because it's probably going to be hard to walk
no
there.
problem.
It's probably going to be hard to walk there.
I just find it...
Yeah. It became personally offensive, and I believe it is a hate crime, and I'd like to report it.
Crack is cheap. She tried to take a bite out of crime. And I get it. Sometimes it's hard to tell if a person is healthy, but there are definitely indicators that a person is unhealthy. If I see a cancerous tumor on your neck, it doesn't matter if you can do a jumping jack. If I see you bleeding out, I don't have to ask for your cholesterol levels to know something ain't right. The only hate crime that's being committed is her eating herself into her early grave.